All right, Todd Billin back at it again with part 2 of the AJ Terrell look. Now check this out, right? People, just like on the last one, right? Recency bias holds true when people think that this guy is not a good tackler. Really just because of this one particular play right here, which I think would literally happen to everyone, right? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, AJ Terrell, a meeting of the minds going on right here. Now keep in mind, nobody wants to tackle these bowling ball type cats, right? If you play ball, you'd much rather have a big ass running back with a lot of surface area. These guys like him and Maurice Jones-Drew, they're hard to tackle. Check this out. Oh, look at that. Come on, man. There's not much you can do about that, right? Look at his surface area. There's nothing to hit. He's lowering his pad level. He's already 5'1" to begin with. He's like 5'1", 230. He has nothing to hit, right? It's all knees and quads and calves. Like, come on. You can't judge somebody by that, right? Clyde Edwards-Helaire did that to everyone this year. There's nothing to hang your head on about that one, right? It was a good football play by Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Look at him. Try to bring his pads. Well, nothing you can do about it. Look at this. Look how low you have to get to mess with a guy like that. Look what he gives you to hit. Come on, man. Right? Shoulder pads, knees, thighs, all the stuff that's hard to really get a good hit on. But what AJ Terrell has to do, right? Keeping his head on the outside, he's protecting himself in that manner, but he needs to bring his arms and wrap up. Right, consistently. That's a problem that he's had, no doubt about that. But physicality is not a problem, and he's made some really good tackles, right? So right then and there, didn't really go well for him. And then the very next play is when they went vertical on him too. So you think he probably was air sleeping. He was out on his feet with that one. But that one play does not define this man's entire 3-year career where he's been playing the better parts of 3 years, 2 as a starter for a national championship winning team. So let's go ahead and get into it, man, and show you what this guy's about in the physicality department.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, I'm being legitimate when I say I've been around AJ Terrell in various settings on and off the field. I have a very good beat on exactly what he excels with and what he needs to work on, right? And I do not believe that tackling or physicality is one of them. Now, the technique of tackling, I think that he can stand to use some improving on. Make sure he's always bringing both his pad level and wrapping up. But other than that, this kid wants to tackle. He's literally probably the hardest hitting cornerback I've ever seen. When I first saw AJ Terrell in high school, he was a sophomore or junior, something like that, and all he was a walking concussion machine. He was handing out concussions to cat and stunting their growth and handing out stool softeners. Now check this one out right here. This is not stuff that you see from average cornerbacks. Most cornerbacks don't want to get involved in stuff like that. Look at his instinct or whatever like that, right? Broken play. Man wants to come up, try to dump something off. Not on AJ Terrell's watch, right? That was the end of that kid. Look at that kid right there, man, right? Stunted that kid's growth, right? I saw that kid like 3 years later. He looked like he shrunk. He was like 5'1". He started off about 6 feet tall. AJ Terrell don't play that. All right, same kind of deal right here. You see him working in zone, which I think is his best attribute. Guy's going to kill it in the zone. Come off his man, lay somebody out. And look at him. He cherishes this type of stuff, man. Like, he really, truly does. Like, he has no hesitation. That's how I judge people with their physicality. Is there a hesitation there before you get there? It's never a hesitation with him. He's always full speed, going right into the man. That's just him right there. Now, I said this, and I'm going to still maintain it, even though this kid is a first-round draft pick. I think his most natural position would be safety. He would be, to me, he has kind of Hall of Fame safety credentials. When you think about his instinct, speed, size, and all that, nasty. So that's something that maybe he could be like a Charles Woodson. He had that same stuff as well. And you see at the back end of his career, he was able to transition. All right, here's one for you before we get to college stuff. He needs to bring this back right here. This is that 1988 Arn Anderson spine buster. Jesus, man. Look at that. Baya! Another kid's growth stunted. Ooh. Come on, man. That's got to be like a felony or something like that. Like, come on, AJ. All right, here we go. Terrell working against Georgia Tech's flexbone option here. So he's technically almost damn near the end man on the line of scrimmage. He's the force player. He has to force this play back inside. He can't let it get outside of him. So you got the rocket toss. I look at him going, I forget his name, Jerry Howard. But come on, man. These are some big backs Georgia Tech has, and he's not in the least bit hesitant. Look at him. See it? Hit it. That's what he does. Look at him. Get the head on the outside. Come, bring your pads. This time, he uses perfect form, right? One tackle or a few plays in coverage doesn't define someone's entire career. You got to look at the entire body of work. You guys got to come out of the casual fan stuff, right? Uses perfect form, forces a tackle, hell of a play. All right, you see AJ working in zone here, going against this back. This kid is a big dude, right? We saw him just drafted here in the same draft. 250-pound back, running like a 4.5 or something like that. Billin. All right, so get the pass out in the flat. Here comes AJ sizing him up. Do you think AJ gives a rip if this dude is 250 pounds? Are you going to see any hesitation before he arrives? Nope. Full speed ahead, right? He does not. That's one thing about him, right? He's so aggressive that he doesn't really break down in space. He runs through the man. Remember when you were younger, they would tell you to treat it like it's a cardboard box, running through a cardboard box. He does exactly that, right? Puts Billin on his ass. Now, would you like to see him wrap up right there? Yeah, you would like to see him wrap up. You don't want to eradicate that physicality in this game, make him think more or whatever like that. But he could stand, I think, to wrap up. But he gets his head on the outside, so at the very least, he's not going to break his own neck. Head on the outside, coming with some severe physicality right there. But, yeah, I would say that I've always thought that about him, that he needs to wrap up more. But he's very confident in his hitting ability, and he's coming full speed ahead with no regard for human life. All right, this play stood out to me when I saw it when I was covering this game. All right, so this is an isolation play, right? So a power isolation play by Boston College, 250-pound running back, 250-pound fullback. The way that this is being played is that Clemson is sending its normal backer here that would probably take on this isolation block. So that makes AJ Terrell have to step up in this gap and take on a fullback so Tanner Muse could clean it up back behind him here. And he does it with no hesitation. Check it out. As soon as you see it developing, what is he doing? He's getting downhill like a linebacker. That's why I say him at safety will be no sense. Look at that. This man taking on 190 pounds, taking on 250-pound fullbacks. Boom. Look at that. Lays him look at that. That dude's out on his feet. You see it? He's good. Boom. AJ's good, but that dude's out on his feet, turned backwards. Now look at Tanner Muse. He makes the stick. That's selflessness, man. You don't see that shit from cornerbacks. You dudes looking at that casual fan stuff. Look at actual real football stuff that makes the game. That's amazing to me, man. Nobody will point something else like that out. Look at that. Take on a fullback, allows the play to be cleaned up. Nasty. All right, similar situation to the first one here, going against one of these options at the Citadel. Now check it out, right? They're going to have one of those pitches, but look at him stay on his feet with diving blockers going at him, right? Look at that. Stay on his feet just like that bag drill with the dummies that they have the linemen do. Stay on his feet. Stay to the outside. Stick, right? Look at him. Stick and wrap. There you go. He wrapped up this time. So there you go. He has it in his arsenal. No doubt about that. So him and Isaiah Oliver's another guy. Like, I think Isaiah Oliver's a pretty good tackler. That's something that people don't talk about with him. Obviously has some stuff to work on in coverage. But him and AJ Terrell both out on the edges at corner should be one of your better tackling duels in the entire league. Just watch. All right, real men, watch to the end. Hopefully you guys are still with me right here. You got AJ Terrell with the hit of all hits. I remember this in the game. He got fired up off this one. I think it fired up his entire team too. But coming downhill on Shi Smith. Shi Smith trying to catch an alleyway right here. Get upfield. Boom. Nope. That's one of them safety hits. That man left him dead. Look at him. Shi Smith is done. Boom. Stool softener. He's sleeping. Air sleeping. Look at him. Stool softener done hit him. All right. Check that man's draws. Let's see another angle. All right, here we go right here. Different angle for you. Come down. Boom. That's one of them Sean Taylors right there, baby. Look at that. Shi Smith Done. Cold. Look at AJ stand up over him. Come on, man. You don't see corners want to do stuff like that. This kid has safety instinct. Look. Boom. What type of skill set is that from your corner laying people out right there? Having them shit in their drawers, man. Look at that Stu Soft. Oh, shit. He did shit in his drawers. Shaw Smith shitted in his drawers. Somebody get some bleach. All right, man. All right, so there you go, man. Does he have some stuff to work on overall in his game? Of course he does, right? That's no doubt about that. But I thought all those cornerbacks had some stuff to work on in their game. C.J. Henderson's not that physical. C.J. Henderson got beat a lot this year. He got beat by guys that weren't remotely in the class of Jamar Chase. So imagine that. But nobody's going to mention that because it wasn't in the national title game, which is the most recent game. I can show you some stuff from C.J. Henderson getting beat downfield by guys and Vanderbilt, Missouri games and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. And Jeffrey Okudah, he's a one-year starter in a conference that is devoid of great quarterback-receiver duos that he faced. That's the bottom line. Go find me some dope quarterback duos that he faced. So the closest one would be Shea Patterson with the guys at Michigan. And I don't think he really got a chance to go against Nico Collins, right? It's not like Shea Patterson is that dope. But AJ Terrell is going to some high-level stuff, playing against Alabama, playing against Deebo Samuel, like in this particular game here, and Shaw Smith and these guys. And, of course, the LSU game, Texas A&M, they played a lot more difficult schedule for you to judge this guy on than a guy like Jeffrey Okudah, who's a one-year starter, 3 total interceptions in Jeffrey Okudah's career because he only started one season. He was behind Kendall Sheffield and Damon Arnett, Kendall Sheffield of the Falcons, of course. So, I don't know. I just think that people, like if like I said before, if he came out after that Alabama game, we had a pick six in a damn national championship game just 1 year prior, people will be loving this particular pick, but people are only thinking about that LSU game. Got to look at the entire body of work. He has a ton of tools in the tool belt, and to me, he fits the scheme. He's a scheme-specific fit, and he's a physical guy. Now you get him with some primetime coaching with Raheem Morris, Joe Witt, and stuff like that. It should be pretty good, man. So we'll see how it shakes out, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the content right there. I might have a little more, maybe talk to some people around AJ Terrell, and we can get it done like that. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and move on and focus on some of these other draft picks, all right? With that being said, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, tell a friend to tell a friend, subscribe, and all that jazz. It's your boy Murf Baldwin, the Underground King, Top Billin Sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.